Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Newington, Connecticut. We are here at Callahan's Bowl-o-Rama, as usual, hosted by the Callahan family, and we're here for the position round of the Cambridge Credit Corporation Invitational. And we have two pairs that will be bringing you with four bowlers on each pair. Bruce Hall here with you, and to my left, the new voice of TechVision Livestreaming, Mr. Kyle Rasmussen. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Bruce.
How you doing?
Doing great. Good evening, everyone.
Why don't you give us a little bit about the format here and what's going on in this position round?
Yeah, so pretty unique format for this tournament. They use it specifically for this tournament. So basically we have 40 qualifiers this morning. There were 77 entries, which they took 27 into the match play round here.
27 out of 77 made the cut this morning.
So, yeah, more than 1 in 3.
Yeah.
More than 1 in 3 this morning.
That's
and there were
good.
plenty other spots to be had. So it's definitely a tournament you want to come out and bowl. But what makes this format unique, Bruce, is the top 16 from the points leaders from last year actually get seeded automatically into match play. This year we did have 3 bowlers, unfortunately, that could not attend, and Tom Coco, Adam Zimmerman, and Tyler Perry. So what they ended up doing was taking 3 additional people from this morning from the qualifying round. So instead of the 24 and the 16, they actually took 27 from this morning, and obviously the 13 bowlers from last year from the points. And looking at the points leaders from last year, we had last year's points leader was Jay Johnson, second was Dennis Bissonette, third Andrew Hall, fourth Stephen Major, fifth Bill Webb, sixth Chris Viali, 7th, Chris Monroy. 8th was, Tom Coco. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to bowl today. 9th, Tyler Hearn. 10th, Amanda Broge. 11th, Chris Forey. 12th, RJ Broge. 13th, Adam Zimmerman. Again, he wasn't able to attend. 14th, Tyler Perry. Again, wasn't able to attend. 15th, Peter Fox. And rounding out the top 16 was Sean, a.k.a. Ditto Fitzpatrick.
Ditto, my buddy Ditto. And let's go through the 28 who qualified this morning in a little bit. But first, let's announce who's on the pairs in front of us. So we are in a position round, and the way it works is every game, all 4 bowlers on the pair are bowling against each other. And for every bowler that you beat, you get 20 bonus pins. So we've had 7 match game rounds so far. And our clear leader, our far and away leader, and no surprise here, Kyle, is Bill Webb. And Bill's match play record of the 21 bowlers he's bowled, right? It's more than that. 4, he's bowled 7 times 3, right? 21. He's bowled
Yes.
21 opponents, right? 3 opponents times 7 games. He's 18-3.
He's been the most consistent.
He's only lost 3 games. He's plus 548. So his all reset of pins at the beginning of this match play. He's plus 548, and he'll be in your upper left. Second is Joey Tranzu at plus 423 with a 16-5 match play record. Third, Michael Mirable, 419, 14-7, and fourth, RJ Broge, 388, 14-7. I should say that these top 4, if they were to stay here, will go into a 4-man stepladder, which we'll bring you right after this. So we have the final position round of match play, and then we'll go into our 4-person stepladder. Now, the next 4. And the reason we have the right-hand pair up here is we have some chasers in Mark Bouchard. Now, R.J. Broge is 388 over. Mark Bouchard is 333. So he is 55 off the number. We have Rob Gotterbarn, 75 off the number at 313. Monroy, 312, 76 off the number. And Daryl Gurton, plus 310 at 78 off the number. Remember, you can make a big move. Let's imagine you beat everybody on the pair, Kyle, and you shoot 220, right? It's 20 plus 60, 20 bonus pins for every person you beat. You can go plus 80 easily on this format, and I've seen a lot of people do it. In fact, Andrew Hall, last game, shot 250-something and beat everybody in his pair and doubled his plus. He went from 120 to 240, so it's easy to do. So we are going to be watching these pairs on the right, but the guys on the left pair, 27 and 8, are really our leaders.
Yeah, it looks like the only person that can really be caught, because the top 3 pretty much look solidified, is maybe RJ. I think the bowlers that are trying to catch him right now are within about 80 pins, so they're going to need a number, and they're going to need to win their matches as well.
Well, as soon as you said that, Mike Mirable, who's third, and that might be the announcer's curse, my friend. Hey, you're getting the hang of this.
Getting the hang of it.
Mike Mirable in third place, plus 419, just goes 4-6 on the left lane. And again, we'll be watching for strings of strikes, especially these guys on this right pair, 29 and 30. Now, the stepladder will happen on 25 and 6. And what we'll do is we'll bring you this game, then we'll have a short break where they will oil the fresh, and we'll have a fresh pair for the stepladder, and that will be on 25 and 6, right to our left. And now here is Webb, and let's watch how to play this shot. Webb straight up about 13, 14. Tell us about the pattern, Kyle. What do we got here?
I think the word of the day from everybody that I spoke with was difficult, aggravating.
Aggravating.
It seemed like it was really difficult to get the same thing twice.
Sorry.
So basically what we're looking at here is it's a special pattern. This is the NEBA Cambridge Credit Classic Invitational long pattern. Probably important to mention that this morning the pattern was a little bit different. Same distance, little probably quote unquote easier ratio. This morning was about a 3 to 3.5 to 1 ratio of a pattern. Right now they're bowling on what's considered the match play pattern, which is about a 2 to 1 ratio. 27.3 milliliters of oil, so not a ton for 45 feet.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing when I was looking at the graph is how flat it is across the middle.
Yeah. And they change pretty quickly, too, with that 27 and 45 feet. I saw guys who had good first games, then they'd move to their second pair, and all of a sudden they'd be tracked up. And remember, you got 4 guys on every pair, so you can see quite a bit of transition after even the first game.
Yeah, it wasn't really unheard of to see a 140 game. And with the caliber of people out here bowling right now, 140s aren't that common. But I've seen a few of them today. I've had a few guys come over to me asking me, "Hey, how you bowling?" I just shot 140. And like, okay, well, you got 7 more games.
It happens. So now who do we have now? We have Webb has doubled, so you can assume he's going to be safe at the top. We'll be watching Joey Transu very closely. I think he just threw a double.
Looking to go back-to-back.
Right. Joey won last month. And let's at silver and trying to win again. There's Mike Mirable way deep, showing you how to play this. But now he's through the beak for his second consecutive split. So Mirable struggling early on here. And meanwhile, here's Daryl Gurton, who is the last chaser. He's the one furthest behind on the second 4. With a 4-7-10 and can't convert, so he's not making any kind of a move here. And let's see who's got the double.
I believe that's Monroy.
Monroy. So actually Monroy is at 312. He's a full 100 behind Mirable, so Monroy would have to make quite a statement to catch Michael if he were to do it. And again, remember, 60 bonus pins available if you can beat all 3 guys in your pair. And there's a triple for Webb. And any questions? Bill Webb had a lot of fun last night. Kyle, we had our Hall of Fame induction ceremony and awards dinner, and it was over at the Casamia at the Hawthorne down the street here on Route 5, and had a really great time. Really enjoyed it, and it was fun to induct new Hall of Famers, Debbie Brogan, Ryan Graywax, and there is a strike by, Monroy's the only one with a double on this other pair here.
Yes.
Ryan Graywax, Eric Copping, Joey Navarra, and of course John Kirker. So a lot of congratulations to the new Hall of Famers, and we had just a great time over there.
So let's take a look here. We got Joey stepping up in the left lane with a double.
And a washout.
Yeah, it just
more curses.
You could just see it's a little grab, little miss at the bottom, little fast.
There's some defined OB. Yeah. Certainly, yeah, you miss at the bottom and it's not going to get there. There's a touch of hold if you use it right. But really, it's kind of right at it, nothing fancy. Get it rolling. Again, it's got to be rolling before it leaves the pattern, like so many patterns. And then you have a chance to keep the ball in play. But, Webb's low game, 191, game 6. Joey Transu 162 game 3. Mike Mirable started out with 174, couldn't get anything going. And look at how deep RJ Broge is. He's crossing at least 20, and that one didn't quite make it back. I found, Mike, on the left side that the left lanes were hooking more than the right lanes in general, but not always true. Some pairs were reversed. And there's a wraparound on the washout, thank you very much, by Joey Transu. We give a huge shout out to Christopher Viali, our sponsor for today, for the $3,500 added money that he gives to this tournament, and then of course NEBA matches that $3,500 to add to a total of $7,000.
Yet another reason to come out and bowl this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you're crazy. And by the way, all 40 of these guys in match play, who are all in this super match play, are all cashing for very nice checks. $2,000 on top, and 40 checks we're giving out here. And by the way, of the 77 bowlers that bowled, 40 cashed. So if you've bowled your 5 tournaments, this is definitely one you want to try to catch. Mike Mirable back on the strike train. I think he had to move even further left after back-to-back splits. And Monroy did miss. He went double 9 spare.
Yeah, the guys on 29 and 30 are definitely going to have to. They're going to have to put up some numbers. They're going to need some help from the guys here on the main pair. And Webb just showing you again why he's leading. He just
front 4
automatic.
Unbelievable. Well, again, I'll note the guys on 29 and 30. The only guy clean with a double is Monroy. The other guys all have an open, so we'll have to watch Monroy and see if he can make a run at Mirable is really what we're talking about. And what would he need to do that? I know he strikes again in the 4th. So, as we sit here, Mirable looking at 24 under. Chris would be 9 plus 60 would be 69 over. So 69 and 24, assuming Mirable lost all his matches, would be 83. And Monroy needs to make up about 100. So Monroy actually is within a couple of marks of him already to try to steal that 4th spot out from Mike Mirable. So we'll definitely be watching again. Look at the power of 60 bonus spins that you can get by beating everybody else on your pair.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes the format unique. Is it's 8 games. You're bowling against everybody on your pair. There's 60 bonus spins to win. So even if you get off to a slow start, which some of these guys did, there's plenty of time to make up that ground and get to the step ladder. So it's a very unique format, really awesome tournament. Again, thank you to Chris and Amy for everything they do for NEBA and just the sport of bowling in general. I mean, they're unbelievable. But yeah, this is it's probably going to come down to the wire. I could see Monroy putting up a number here. It's kind of his MO.
It would not surprise me at all the way Chris is bowled. In fact, we awarded him high average last year and determined that he was the oldest person ever to win the high average award for a season. So just goes to show how much he works. And pretty much, he works as a lawyer in Worcester, Mass. And every day, pretty much, I think maybe it's just much as like post-work, routine. He's there at Auburn practicing. So I'm not sure anybody works harder than Chris does on his game.
Now, I know there was another statistic you guys were trying to verify, and I'm curious if you found out. The Navarro statistic, was he the leader in percentages of, ratio of tournaments won versus bowled? Was that finally determined?
So the reason we think that is because Joe Navarra, bowled 39 tournaments and won 7 of them. So that is a percentage that is stunningly high for anybody. But as it turns out, the guy with an even higher percentage by just a little bit is Anthony Pepe.
And that was the person that you guys were trying to verify.
Right, we did do that research. Well, okay, let's correct that, because what you have to do is you have to have a minimum number of games for that to count, because there is a bowler with a 100% winning percentage, and his name is Mark Roth.
I was going to say Mark Roth at Bradley Bowl.
He bowled 1 tournament, and he won it. So you have to say minimum. Look at Webb. That's amazing. So you have to say, for a minimum of X games, then these bowlers are the highest, Pepe and Navarra. But Navarra is just stunning. I mean, just in the way he – and, you know, I went down his list of accomplishments. He holds house records in 3 different centers on Long Island.
That's incredible.
He's got a 900, and he's got a couple of other very high 800s at different houses down there. He's got an 1179 for 4.
I think that's still a record.
Which is only 21 under, if you think about it.
Ooh.
Now, there is a nasty 479 for Mirable. Mirable staring at 50, 60 something in the 5th, piping to 30 something under. And now Monroy, I believe, assuming Mirable does not convert this spare, if Monroy strikes here, I think they're tied or certainly within a mark. We'll figure it out exactly.
And Monroy actually just balked. He was going up, he stopped his approach, which I don't see him do very often. And then he just watched Mirable 479. So let's see what he does here.
Yeah.
He's going to be stepping up on the right-hand side of your screen on lane 30.
Shots away.
He's watching it. There it is.
Head flush. Beautiful shot there by Monroy will put him plus 19 for the game, and Michael does not convert. So Mirable now staring at 36 under, and Monroy looking at 19 plus 60 is 79 over. 79 and 36 is 115. That's enough. Monroy right now, if we were to stop, would make the step ladder in 4th and maybe even 3rd place, depending on what RJ does here.
Well, the other thing to factor in here, Bruce, is it looks like Transu and RJ aren't, again, they're ahead of Mirable right now, but if Mirable beats one of them, he's still going to get 20 bonus spins.
That's true.
So,
well, then one of them is going to lose. Well, let's look at Broge.
Because he's
so
stepping
Broge
up here with
has
2
even
opens.
less. Broge has only 66 pins between, and he's now staring at 70. So he's 23 under. So 23, and then again, Monroy with 80 something over is ahead of both of them right now.
Yeah, so I think we're going to pencil Bill into the top spot. I think that's safe to say.
No doubt. With the front 6
I think that's safe
and
to say.
a 125 pin lead, yes, I would
stop
say
bowling.
that's safe. Yes, he could probably quit now, actually.
Oh,
Monroy strikes again, and boy, I tell you, he's just about punched his ticket.
He's not making it easy.
It's going to be one of these guys that are going to fall out, and again, it's Transu at 423, Mirable 419, RJ Broge 388. None of them having a great game. Obviously, compared to Webb, who now, we just missed on the beak. Webb did. So, in addition to our friends at Cambridge Credit putting up $3,500 for this event, wanted to cover some of our other sponsors for the year. Kyle, how about Tony and Susie Renaud put up $1,000 for the Masters event. Ace Mitchell Bowling Supply, Vinny Grazan, $500. Better Bowling Concepts, Bill Daly, $500. SPI, Leon Hulsenberg, and Mickey Longa was at our dinner last night. It was great to see Mickey and his family. They put up 2 balls per event, and they're our lead sponsor. Chris Forey puts up $10,000 for the annual event, $1,500 for annual awards, and $1,000 for his event. $12,500 in total sponsorship from BuddiesProShop.com. Thank you so much, Chris. Kenny Keegan at Logo Infusion provides our championship shirts. Strike FX Pro Shop's John Van Hees and Alex Aguiar was there last night. Stephen Major and some of the other folks from Strike FX well represented. Chris Sand Turbo Grips, TechVision. We're putting up $1,000 for the prize fund for the 1000th event. And I might note, we bought everybody their first drink last night. So you are such a nice guy for doing that, Kyle. Being part of the TechVision
I do my
team.
best.
Thank
I do
you
my
so
best.
much. There you go. We're going to Yankee Lanes both in Keene and in Manchester. Jeff Barden putting up $2,000 in the Keene event. And guess what? $5,000 for the Manchester event. That's amazing.
Unbelievable.
For the senior women's and singles. $1,500 each for the senior women's and $2,000 for the singles. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop had that event last month. Savage Arms, Al Casper. And there's RJ trying to squeeze out some kind of a double. Give me something. Can't do it. And, of course, here we are at Callahan's. They're giving us, for the 1,000th event, they're adding $5,000 to the prize fund, and we are adding another $1,000 from TechVision. So that's $6,000 for that prize fund there. John Zwalik from DJ's Pro Shop. Hey, John. LaRue Marlowe giving us a sponsorship. Bloomfield Electric, Roger Burrell adding $2,500 to the Masters event. GMS Decorative Concrete, Clay Schwartz, $1,500 for the regular doubles and $1,000 for the over-under. Paul Sylvia at Dexter, thanks very much. KR Strike Force, $1,000 sponsorship. Greg Flamond at Grog Monster Sports, East Coast Sports Investors. And Ideal Bowling Concepts and Keith Lang. Thank you so much, guys. And I heard last night John Kirker had 22 additional people with him in his family. One of them was his father, and his father said he'd like to sponsor NEBA after coming to our event last night. So
that's
how great
awesome.
is that? So they're going to add to that. DJBT, Jeff Purchase, putting up $250 to the general fund and $250 for our youth event. That'll be in October down in Somerset. And then usebowlingballs.com, Mitch Pincus. And, of course, Island Bowling Supply, Joe Farley. And let's not forget that since this is a Sunday tournament, and can Mirable get one to go? No, my gosh. And here we are on the Sunday event, so we'll be giving away 2 balls during the stepladder, Kyle. All you have to do is like and share the feed, and you will be entered for the bowling ball raffles. And this is the bowling ball, not of your choice, but of their choice, as it turns out. These are balls that come from Island Bowling Supply, and they will send you. And the balls, it will be one of the current balls from Storm, Rotogrip, or 900 Global. So
now, Bruce, that will be for the title match, correct?
That will be for, yes. Well, sometime, we're only going to have one live stream during the stepladder.
Ah, yes.
So it'll be sometime during the stepladder. If you like and share, you'll automatically be entered for that. I mean, there's not a lot less you need to do to try to win a bowling ball than that. All you have to do is like and share the feed. And here's an interesting development. Monroy with a 6-7. Meanwhile, Mark Bouchard has put a triple together. He only has one open. Could he maybe take away 20 bonus pins off of Monroy, and could they potentially hurt each other?
Well, I believe Mark is actually the first out of the stepladder. So if he wins that match with the extra 60.
And he's 333, only 55 behind Broche. And Monroy goes by them both, it looks like, right? So
yes,
Monroy now down to 213 pace. And let's see,
Bouchard has 249 out, 229 pace.
Yeah, and Bouchard is +9, so they're only 4 pins apart.
Yep.
The other 2 guys on the pair are right now not a factor unless they can put something together. That's Rob Gotterbarn and Daryl Burton. Joey Transo could use a double here to secure his spot, and gets it. Big shot there for Transo. That'll make him plus for the game. And looking solid.
Now, Bruce, I do want to point out the raffle winners here from this tournament. So the raffle winner from the SPI brands is Chris Soule.
Okay.
And first out of the cut was Justin Goodspeed.
Yep, sounds good.
Those were our raffle winners today. And as far as any upcoming events, Buddy's Pro Shop Open, Bruce, I mean, you just listed off the laundry list of, sponsorship money that Forey dumps into the NEBA prize fund. So Buddy's Pro Shop is hosting their tournament down in Fairfield, Connecticut on April 22nd and 23rd. And then we have the Ace Mitchell non-champions, which is going to be held on May 6th and 7th, as well as the Logo Infusion Senior event, which is going to be that same weekend on the 6th. So those are the next up-and-coming tournaments for NEBA.
Meanwhile, look at Mirable. How about another nice 210?
Oh, no.
He is really struggling. He's staring at a $150 game right now. And here's Monroy throwing out the window, and there's a washout for Monroy. And he could easily get passed now by Bouchard, who's now with a strike here, or maybe even a spare, is going to take the lead in this match. And now it might be Bouchard that moves himself into this stepladder.
And Mark was the high qualifier this morning, so he's been bowling great all day.
Here's the question: could we see 2 guys move up? Well, I don't think without the bonus pins, they're not going. I don't think they're able to do it.
No, it looks like they're bowling for 1 spot right now, but you never know.
because they are 50 or more out of the number.
All right, Mark.
And Bouchard high for a 4-7.
And Mirable did not convert the 210.
So Mirable, 111 in the 8th. We're staring at a $150 pace. And by the way, R.J. Broge and Monroy converts the washout. Huge shot there. Staying at his 210 pace, and Bouchard could not capitalize. Monroy retains his lead. That could have been the shot that gets him in the stepladder.
Yeah, so we're staring at a 6-pin match between them. But again, that's 20 extra bonus pins, so that's
well,
huge.
whoever wins that's going to get the 60, right?
Yes.
Because the other guys are really nowhere, unless either Daryl or Gotterbarn put together some kind of a string here. We're giving those 40 to whoever wins. And the 60,
Correct,
really, it's the
yeah.
whole 60 to whoever wins the match between Monroy and Bouchard. And one of them will take one of the spots here, I think, because the other one will get 20 bonus pins and make up for it, and I don't think they'll drop that much. We'll have to actually do the total math when we're done, but
the big shot for RJ right here, stepping up on the left lane.
yeah, he's staring at a $170, but again, he would be probably the last one in. And gets it. Beautiful shot there by RJ. Yeah, you had to play him deep, even on the left. Ride the oil down the lane. And then, of course, there wasn't that much recovery, so you really had the guys with hand help them on both sides. But people were a little surprised at how much hook there was, actually.
Yeah, I remember I got here this morning around 11. Went and said hi to some of the guys I bowl league with on Friday night, and asked them what they were seeing, and they said it's a 45-foot pattern, but it feels like it's playing a lot shorter.
Yeah.
They said there's a lot more hook than I anticipated.
Well, everybody came down here with dull balls. I know that Chris Forey drills up all these different DNAs with surface, and all of a sudden it's too much. It's too much surface. Joey Transu, can he get a chance? Rips the rack for a mixer 7-pin, but he's on a 2-0 pace. That's going to be fine. He's not going to get caught. He'll have two guys below him that one of which will be caught. I think we can only have one change in the format here, one change in the step ladder, I think.
Yeah, it's
these
really
other
going
guys
to come
are so
down
far
to these
behind.
two here.
Yeah.
And Monroy just left a 6-pin. Bouchard is stepping up on 29.
And I think Broge will be safe in 4th, but the question is, will he get past? Will he be able to move up to 3rd with Mirable dropping out? Currently, Mirable is 3rd, Broge 4th. Definitely will be Webb and Transu so far, and then it will be probably Broge. And will it be Bouchard or Monroy? Bouchard goes through the beak. He is now 7 behind Monroy. They both have convertible spares. And Transu, meanwhile, blows by a 7-pin. And he's staring at a $190.
Just to make things more interesting.
Some very interesting math here. Any big strings anywhere else that we should be looking at? I don't think so, right?
It looks like Tony Bennett's putting together a good game down on 33 and 4.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I think he's only 210 though. I think he's nothing crazy. And Bouchard and Monroy both convert.
So that's 7 pins going into the 10th.
So advantage Monroy there, and 90 and 60, you'll give him plus 50, and meanwhile, and Mirable is going to be right now, best he can do now is 161, so he'll be 49 under, plus if Monroy marks at 212, he'll be 72 over. That'll be more than enough to push Mirable off the show.
Gotterbarn could play spoiler here, though. He has 227 out on a double, and he could play spoiler where those bonus pins could definitely come into play.
Imagine if he could come up and snap off that. Well, then it might put him in the number because he's second on this pair. Imagine if he were to come up with 220 and snap off both Bouchard and Monroy and punch his ticket into the top 4. Still possible to happen.
Yep. He's a shot maker. I grew up bowling with Rob, and he likes the pressure.
That's a pretty good-looking shot right there.
Yep.
Give him the triple.
This is after he told me he hasn't been clutch all day.
Guess what? Gotterbarn just passed Bouchard. He's at 167.
He's ahead of Monroy too, I believe.
No, he's even. He's still behind Monroy, but he can't be shut out because Monroy spared in the 9th. The most Monroy can do is 222, and Gotterbarn has 227 out. So Rob Gotterbarn cannot be shut out of that, and 27 with the 60 again would be
that'd be enough.
87. That would be enough to claim a spot.
Yeah, he came up to me right before this final position round and said, Kyle, I haven't been clutch all day. And he's going to give himself a chance here.
He has a chance to be clutch right now, my friend. There's a chance for Broge. Can he get it? Yes, sir. Huge shot there by R.J. Broge to keep his position safe. Again, only one bowler from the second 4 is going to have enough bonus spins and enough score to bridge the gap. So we'll have one bowler with the capability of getting into the top 4. One bowler will drop out from the top 4 right now. That's looking like Mirable.
All right, you got Mark stepping up on 30. Again, these shots are important here. They'll put some pressure on Rob. Ooh, ring 10.
And Bouchard goes ring 10. Oh my gosh.
He liked that
now
one.
He's like hangdog. 204 maximum for Bouchard. And he's going to lose to, you got to believe he's going to lose to Monroy, assuming Monroy even marks. But let's see, Monroy has gone washout, conversion, and 4-7 on each of these lanes. Let's see what he's able to do here.
Oh,
well, there's a balk.
Crowd caught him in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris is sensitive to that type of stuff. He sends the evil eye like nobody I know as well. This is a great shot by Mirable. Let's see if he can get another one to get to 161, though. I'm afraid it's not going to be enough, Michael, because he's going to lose to everybody on the pair. That's actually a given right now.
Yeah, I think mathematically out of wood here.
He's out of wood, so he can't get any bonus pins. He's going to go 39 down.
He may go from 3rd to 6th depending on what happens here.
Yeah, his 39 down,
3rd to 5th.
That's going to put him down to 380. He's at 419 right now.
All right, Monroy stepping back up here after stepping off the approach.
Biggest shot of the tournament right here from Monroy.
Stood up on it.
Hang on.
Oh, no.
Greek Church for Chris Monroy. Oh, my goodness.
So Rob is going to need...
Now, assuming Monroy can even convert this, he would be 2-0. Now, guess where Mark Bouchard is now at 204.
204.
If assuming he can get 10, he can force Gotterbarn to get good count. And now Mirable does double, but that's going to still put him 39 down, and Bouchard leaves a smash 9. And that'll put him at 203. And Chris Monroy, Greek Church, just exactly at the wrong time for that one, unfortunately. And he did balk. He had somebody bother him, and he came back, reset, went again. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done.
I promise you it wasn't us either.
No, we're good. We're good.
So Rob here is going to need
for
7 spare strike to win by 1. First strike in the 10th is a winner.
That's right.
And again, Rob walked up to me before this last position match and said, Kyle, I've given myself chances all afternoon. My match play record doesn't show how well I've bowled, and I need to come in clutch. And this is the moment he was asking for. So let's see if he steps up and gets it done.
Shots away. It's way right. Is he going to get back? No.
That's the 7.
It's a 2, 4, 5.
That's
and now, can he spare this and strike to snap off Bouchard by 1 and then claim the spot? So Mirable finishes at 380. Now let's see where Broge is. Broge is only 388 coming in. So Broge is right now at 184. So that would put him 16 down. So right now it would be Broge that's out because Mirable was able to double in the 10th. So can Broge get his strike here? He does need it. Although I shouldn't say that because Broge is going to get 20 bonus pins. And comes up high. It's going to be okay because Broge is going to get 20 pins.
Rob shooting going to spare. Converts.
Rob converts now. Boy, I wonder if we have a tie here. We'll have to add up the numbers and see what ends up.
Yeah, because that would change it.
So Goddardbarn is 313. Bouchard is 20 ahead of him at 333.
Would they
so
have
it would
to
be
do a
Bouchard.
roll-off?
No, because it's going to be Bouchard. Because Bouchard will have 20 additional pins to work with.
No, I mean if they tie, will they have to do a one-ball roll-off?
No, they just split the just split the pin.
They split the the 30. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this shot here is really going to determine who's in the stepladder.
And guess what?
He chopped
RJ Broge just did. He missed the 4-pin. That's 170. So he's minus 30 plus 20. He's going to beat one person. So Broge is minus 10. That's 378. Oh my gosh. RJ Broge 2 pins behind Mike Mirable.
He gets it.
And Goddardbarn strikes to win. 204 plus 60 is 64 for Goddardbarn. 64 plus 13 is what?
64 plus 13 is 77.
377. So here's what we have, believe it or not, my friend. Now Bouchard gets 40 pins, right?
Yes, sir.
Now 40 plus 3 is what? 43.
43.
That's 373. Oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
It's
and now Monroy
pins.
gets only 20 pins, right? So Monroy's gone.
215.
All right, you ready for this? This is what I have. Let's see if I get it right.
Of course, it's unofficial.
Bouchard, 373. Goddardbarn, 377. Broge, 378. Mirable, 380.
Wow.
That's what I've got.
So the bonus pins really came into play there.
Mirable, 380. Broge, 378. Goddardbarn, 377. Bouchard, 373. That's what I have so far.
Again, unofficial.
It's unofficial, but it looks like
we're doing the math here.
We basically have kept our order. It looks that way. If we've got it right. Let's see if we get it right. They do this on the Bowl TV live stream all the time, trying to figure out the numbers.
Should we do a poll over under?
Yeah, do a poll. Yeah,
the Mike Flanagan poll.
Does the Mevo allow you to? No,
I don't know if we have that capability.
What are you thinking? We will stay on here, guys, until we know what it is. But it looks like the numbers are the same, right? Hey guys, RJ. You guys,
one.
You're fourth, right? And you're third.
By one, right? Yeah, we did. We were doing the math in the booth.
Got it. Yeah, they did the math. They've confirmed our math. It's not official, but it looks like we are going to keep our same order with Webb, Drenzu, Mike Mirable doubling in the 10th. Imagine this. He passed 3 guys with that double in the 10th, did Mirable. He would have been in the 360s, and we had Bouchard at 373, Goddardbarn at 377, Broge 378, Mirable 380.
So
wow, what a finish.
It really came down to the count in the 10th there for Rob.
It sure did.
7 on the first
That's
ball.
7 count. If he gets that, he's in.
Yeah, if he gets 9, he's in by 1.
If he gets 9, if he gets
or 8, he's in by 1 because that's 2 extra pins.
8, it's a tie.
Wow.
Because they tie at 378. And then the question is there a roll-off? So it looks like that's 7 out. He got the spare, but oh my God, 1 pin, it looks like.
Unbelievable.
Wow. In any event, we will have a stepladder coming up, guys. We're going to sign off, and we'll confirm if our math is right, but we'll be back and for the stepladder, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's as riveting as that. That was unbelievable.
I hope so. Was that amazing or what? So if we are right, it will be the first match is Broge against Mirable, and we're going to sign off, move the Mevo, and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Thanks, guys.